Hello, good people. Welcome to another episode of Lord's Lounge. In today's episode, we explore the lifestyle side of cigars, coming to you from Cigar Lounge in Parklands. Welcome. Enjoy the episode. Welcome to Cigar Lounge. My guest is Eric.
Thank you.
Cigar enthusiast. We are here to talk about cigars. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I see you lighting your cigars.
Yes.
Tell me why you prefer a cigar to a cigarette. If there's any difference at all.
There's a very big difference. There's a very big difference between a cigar and a cigarette.
Mm.
And the reason as to why I prefer a cigar, actually, you shouldn't even be creating a comparison.
sorry, Bas.
You shouldn't be making a comparison between a cigar and a cigarette, mainly because of a bunch of differences between these two. I know they have a relationship because they are all tobacco, but there is a very big difference between the two of them. Mm. For one, smoking mechanism.
Mm-hmm. Pass me the letter.
Yeah, smoking mechanism. Mm-hmm. The composition of the cigar. And once you start looking at the smoking mechanism and the composition of the cigar, you come to realize, for example, like the cigar is pure natural tobacco that you're smoking. Mm-hmm. No additives, no chemicals. And then a cigarette is cigarette is a tobacco that has additives and chemicals.
Oh, cigarettes have additives and chemicals.
Yes, and those additives and chemicals are the ones that actually cause addiction.
For tobacco, this is like natural tobacco.
Natural tobacco,
dried and rolled.
Hand plucked, dried and rolled.
Oh, okay.
And then sold on the market.
Country of origin, like generally I see people relate cigars with Cuba most of the time.
Yes, there's a certain relation to Cuba, and it's because you do know the voyage that was made by Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
In 1492, he came across a group of Indians that had settled down in South America. Mm. And he found these Indians smoking a primitive leaf that they had rolled by themselves, dried leaves that they
the way old people used to do.
That's it. And then he got fascinated. What is this thing these guys are smoking? So when he went back to Europe, he took the news with him. He went to France, to Spain, to Portugal, to Britain, and people were fascinated that there was something that was being smoked there. So sailors, soldiers, they were always fascinated by going there, looking for this thing that is being smoked and coming back with it. So even the name nicotine was actually coined by the French ambassador to Portugal. His name was James Nicot. Mm-hmm. And then he gave this thing nicotine, the name nicotine.
Sounds like a story Sajama, but
it's actually very true. Very fascinating, because now the growth of the enthusiasm to smoke this thing grew in such a way that even hotels, train carriages couldn't afford not to have a smoking zone.
For cigars.
For cigars. And mind you, this is way before cigarettes came to the play.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Cigarettes came to the play late 18th century as a cheap alternative
to cigars
To
because
cigars.
cigars are costly.
Yes, because cigars were costly and cigars were being smoked by the affluent in the community.
Oh yeah, but it also has a stature to it.
Had a stature to it. It was being smoked by sailors, by businessmen, by soldiers, royalty. Those were the people who were affording cigars back then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then cigarettes now, these two small companies, they saw there's a market gap.
Yeah.
They came up with the cigarettes, and that is when now people started dying out of smoking tobacco.
Oh, because of the additives.
Yeah, because of the additives and also because of the smoking technique. For you to enjoy a cigarette, you must inhale the smoke of the cigarette so that the lungs can absorb the nicotine.
For cigars?
For cigars, you don't have to inhale the smoke. It has a lot of smoke.
Oh, because it's natural tobacco.
Because it's natural tobacco.
Yeah. So the content is quite...
Yes, quite high. And also
Quite
the
high.
nicotine in it, the nicotine content is quite high in such a way that it can be easily absorbed by your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you enjoy a cigar? You puff, hold, release. That is the
Puff, hold, release.
yeah. That is the mechanism. In
Hold
short,
in your mouth.
you hold in your mouth, then you release the smoke. Let me light my cigar.
Puff, hold, release. Puff, hold, release. Okay.
Like that.
So, because I see cigars are different sizes, yeah?
Yes.
And when you were giving me this, you told me it's a 35-minute smoke.
Yes.
So that would be how many smoke?
This is
How long?
there are so many types of sizes.
Yeah.
They are internationally recognized sizes. There is like the one that you're smoking is called a Panatella. The size that I'm smoking is called a Robusto. There is another size that is called a Toro. The difference between all of them is the length, the diameter.
Yes.
The length, the diameter. Now there are some that come with weird shapes. Like it can come with a pointed tip. Yeah. Like there's one in that box. You can just open that box. You're going to see one with a pointed tip.
Oh yeah, this one, yeah. Looks more like a rocket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it's called a torpedo.
Torpedo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are so many sizes of cigars, and the price ranges between the price ranges between the sizes, the length, the diameter, the brand, and the origin.
Okay.
The one that you're smoking is a Nicaraguan cigar.
Yeah.
What I'm smoking is a Dominican cigar. Yeah.
Okay. So cigar smoking it has a culture to it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, like there's a way you smoke it and get the content out of it, but it also comes with swag,
Yes.
so to think. The way I've been looking at cigars.
Okay.
So why then why did you think of coming up with a cigar lounge? Why would one come to smoke in a cigar lounge and not smoke at home? Is it one of the same thing like just drinking alcohol as well?
Well, you can smoke cigars at home. Actually, I like thinking that the best cigar is the one that you enjoy by yourself.
Alone.
Alone. Because ideally, smoking a cigar creates a sense of relaxation, reflection, and all that. So the best cigar is the one that you are smoking alone. And you can smoke at home. You can enjoy your cigar at home. But there is the whole essence of coming to a cigar lounge as well.
Yeah.
You want to go out of home. You want to be outside your home environment.
Yes.
Yeah? There are kids at home. There are a lot of activities that are waiting your attention at home.
Yeah.
You just want to be far away where you are not disturbed and where you can also meet new faces.
Oh, okay.
And
So-
a cigar lounge creates that kind of a platform.
Oh, yeah.
Because ideally, I've seen people come here, strangers, and they live here as friends.
As
they live
friends.
here as business acquaintances.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True, eh?
True.
Makes sense. So, do you have ladies cigar smokers as well?
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
But their number is kidogo.
Mm.
We cannot compare, with the ratio to men. Yeah. We have countable lady smokers.
I see you have like a number of cutters. I see a scissor.
Yes.
Then the one you used was not a scissor. You just punched a hole.
Yes.
What's the difference?
There's a very big difference in the cutters that you use on your cigar. We have a scissors here. Let me show you. We have a scissors, and we have a guillotine cutter, and we have a punch cut. A punch cut. Oh, I've made a mess. A punch cut usually punches a hole on the cigar. Yeah? The aim is always to create airflow on your cigar,
Oh, okay.
because a cigar comes when it's sealed on top,
Yeah.
and you should be able to either punch, create airflow, cut off the cap or the tip so that you can create the airflow, and that is why we use the cutters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the type of cutter that you use affects the flavors that you get from your cigar.
How
We usually like to refer back to the recommended types of cutting that you should be using. If you're a beginner, you can easily use a punch cut because it's cleaner.
Yeah.
It's not messier.
Yeah.
But if you are an experienced smoker, you can use the other cutters. And the smaller the hole, the more the flavors.
The more the flavors you get.
Yes, the more the
okay.
flavors you get from the cigar.
Oh, okay.
So you should be guided. You should be guided. You should start guided to why am I using this cutter? Is it that I want to create more airflow, or do I want to maintain my flavors? So for me, I've used a punch cut because I usually like enjoying the flavors of my cigar. Yeah.
And mine didn't quite have. It had something rolled at the end.
Yes.
So there are those that come that way as well. So that
Yes.
then you don't have to punch or cut it. You just twist the linear.
Yes.
It falls off and off you go.
It's called a pigtail.
Or a pigtail.
A pigtail. Cigars come. There are some cigars that come with a pigtail on top. You don't need to carry a cutter with you. You just need to snap off the pigtail, and you have created the airflow. Yes.
Let's talk about cigar and etiquette, cigar and dressing, because again, cigar is also associated, or people have this view that you should be dressing some type of way. Yeah, for you, not for you to smoke it, but it comes off as quite fine.
Yes.
Is it because of the history, like you told me you used to be smoked by sailors and the who and who's?
Yes.
Is it?
Well, since time immemorial, that is a very nice question. We should first need to know where dressing properly came to be associated with cigars.
Cigars.
Now, as I've told you, cigars were being enjoyed by the affluent in the community.
Yeah.
And some of them were royalties.
Okay.
One of them was King Edward. King Edward. King Edward used to have tailor-made suits.
Yeah.
Tailor-made suits, lapel suits, and he used to pair them with the cigars.
Okay.
Yes.
Pair a suit with a cigar.
He used to, when I say pair, is create the look.
Yeah, create the look.
Yeah? And that was the norm. Winston Churchill, his cap.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill actually said, for me, a cigar is like a walking stick. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
So the affluent in the community were setting the pace.
Yes.
So for me now, if you ask me that question, why is it associated even right now? It's because of the trend that was already set way back in history.
Yeah.
People like dressing well, some very nice suits, and appearing with their cigar.
Yeah, because I feel it brings it out. Yeah. It brings it out. It also creates a feel good feeling. You just feel like confidence is also boosted.
Exactly.
Yeah. With me here is Corita, who are sponsoring our episode for today. This is a new brand coming to the market?
It's a new brand coming to the market from Dominican Republic.
From Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Okay. Something sweet, I believe.
Of course, full of taste. A little bit of information about the Corita cigars. The master blenders for... I'm talking a lot of tobacco jargon here, by the way.
Take it away, bro.
So the master blenders for Corita are the ones that have done the master blending for Arturo Fuente. Arturo Fuente is a major player in the cigar industry, and they have also done master blending for Davidoff. Davidoff cigars. So what we expect from this Corita cigar, which I'm smoking, is a cigar that is full of flavor, very nice draw, very nice composition. You know, that is what I'm expecting from this cigar, and it has turned out to be that way. So the Corita, they have sponsored us for this event because it's a new player that is coming in the market.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. You're doing a good job. One of the fewest, if not the first cigar lounge I've come across in Nairobi. And I think, it's really a culture we need to encourage, just bring everyone on board. Thank you so much, Eric. Thanks for the depth. Guys, I hope you learned something. I enjoyed the conversation. If you're watching this, you're a new subscriber, share the content as well. See you on the next episode. Thank you.